Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to Be Mindful channel. In today's video, we are going to tell some few life stories that you can draw strength and inspiration from in life's journey. See, when enemies become helpers, the mysterious ways of life. Sometimes, the ones who hurt us most end up shaping us into who we were meant to be. The very people who once stood in our way become the bridge to our next chapter. The ones who mocked our pain may later become the witnesses to our victory. Isn't it strange how the story turns and turns again? Truly, no condition is permanent. And indeed, no one knows tomorrow. 1. Let me tell you a story, not just of one man, but of every soul that has ever been tested by life. There was once a young woman who lost her job unfairly. She cried, questioned, and thought it was the end. Months later, the very boss who fired her called again, this time not to dismiss, but to recommend her for something far greater. He had seen her integrity, her calmness under pressure, and she realized sometimes rejection is just redirection. We all have moments like this, when we think life has betrayed us, only to discover that it was quietly preparing us. The universe is a way of rearranging things when our vision is too small to see the bigger plan. Maybe this is what Scripture means when it says, all things work together for good. Or what the wise mystics meant when they whispered, the source never forgets its children. Here is another story to consider, another real-life narrative for you. There was once a man who lost everything. His friends abandoned him, his enemies mocked him, and the world turned its back. But in his lowest moment, something shifted. A door opened, not from those he loved, but from those he feared. His enemies became his helpers. His critics became his teachers. And he realized that life is not a straight line. It's a circle of lessons and blessings disguised in strange forms. Maybe this is what ancient wisdom means when it says, God moves in mysterious ways. Maybe the universe is a rhythm, a divine intelligence that rearranges everything for our growth. So when things fall apart, don't curse the moment. When people turn against you, don't hate them. When you're misunderstood, don't lose your light. Because sometimes your pain is only a setup for a bigger revelation. Sometimes your enemy is just a teacher wearing a difficult mask. 2. When your enemies turn into your helpers, it's not luck, it's revelation. It's the universe showing you that power does not belong to man, that hatred cannot stop destiny, that even the darkest intentions can be turned into light when divine timing arrives. Sometimes the universe uses strange tools to build strong people. Betrayal sharpens your discernment. Rejection polishes your humility. Pain opens the door to empathy. And opposition teaches you endurance. If everyone loved you, you'd never learn patience. If everyone agreed with you, you'd never grow courage. So perhaps those who stand against you are not truly enemies. They are sacred instructors wearing the costume of conflict. 3. The old philosophers said, character is forged in fire. And spiritual teachers remind us, the stone the builders rejected became the cornerstone. You see, the source, God, the universe, or however you name it, moves with divine irony. Where we see endings, it sees beginnings. Where we see loss, it sees liberation. And where we see enemies, it sees instruments of transformation. Even in the natural world, we find this truth. The caterpillar must struggle against a cocoon to become a butterfly. The seed must be buried in darkness before it can rise to the light. So too must we endure the tension of life before we blossom into our highest selves. 4. No one escapes this dance. It's a universal law of becoming. So, what then shall we do? Be patient. Be kind. Treat all people with unreserved compassion, not because they earned it, but because you are choosing peace over poison. Even when misunderstood, hold your integrity. Even when wronged, keep your dignity. Because every act of kindness is a seed, and in due season, the universe returns your harvest. Your intuition, your inner voice, your moral compass, That's your divine navigation system. Trust it. It often whispers before the storm and comforts you after it passes. If you listen closely, it will tell you when to walk away, when to forgive, when to stay silent, and when to act. Finally, and also my dear listeners, maybe, life's irony isn't cruel after all. Maybe it's just sacred mystery wearing the mask of chaos. Maybe the enemies of today are the teachers of tomorrow. Maybe the pain of this moment is preparing you for a joy you can't yet imagine. When your enemies become your helpers, don't boast, be grateful. When life turns in your favor, don't forget those lessons learned in the dark. And when you find peace, share it, because someone else is still walking the road you've just survived. The truth is, the universe balances everything. No tear is wasted. No effort goes unnoticed. And no one knows tomorrow. But if you walk in patience, faith, and kindness, tomorrow will unfold beautifully in your favor. So closing, I invite you to today. Take a deep breath. Forgive, release, and trust the flow of life. Everything, even the painful parts, is working for you, not against you. When enemies become helpers, smile, because that's the universe reminding you the source works in mysterious ways. If this message touched your heart, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Someone out there might need this reminder today. Let's keep spreading light, truth, and hope, one voice at a time. Thank you for listening. Stay patient, stay kind, and remember, your story is still unfolding. Thanks, and until when next, here's a quotation for you. Chance favors a prepared mind.